Hello everyone and welcome back. So if you're planning to buy a compact sedan, then wait till the end of this video, as this MG5 could be the answer to your question. So in today's video, I'm going to be taking you around and showing you the exterior, the interiors, and also the drive of this MG5. Before we move forward, please consider subscribing to my channel. So you can do that by clicking the red button, subscription button, press that, or you can press on the pop-up banner out here and you can subscribe to my channel, and also make sure to keep all the notifications on so that you never miss any video updates from my channel. You can also follow my Instagram handle that you see on the screen, and you can follow all the behind the scenes of the cars that I get for the reviews. So let's start from the front. Now, is it just me, or does this MG5 actually look like a certain German car? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below if you also think that this MG5 actually looks like a certain German car. So let's start from the front. So you get this big massive grille out here with this chrome surround around it, and also these chrome stripes here, and then this MG badging, and then you get this LED headlight cluster, and then also there are LED DRLs, and the entire cluster is LED. At the bottom you will find this extra bit of trim which has chrome around half, and also this plastic bit. This design, I don't know for what reason. Usually you would have a fog lamp out here, but out here there is nothing. So there are three versions of this MG5, which is the standard, the comfortable, and the luxurious version. So this particular model is the luxurious, which is called the Lux version, and in this you get 16-inch alloy rims, and also these are power foldable and also power adjustable side mirrors. They also have one of the cameras from the 360-degree camera system, and also LED turn signal, and there's also this chrome just strip that goes at the bottom, and there's also more chrome on the door handles, and these doors are keyless entry doors, and the rear door opens quite big actually, like really big, so you can get easily in and out of the car. Now this car also competes directly with the Nissan Sunny, so I also did a detailed review of the Nissan Sunny, so you can click on the pop-up banner out there and you can check that review out. Now in the back you get these rather stylish tail light cluster, which is a mixture of LED and halogen, and then this chrome strip that goes from one end to the other. Then there is this MG badging, the MG5 badging, and a clean looking bumper at the bottom, and then there is this just the plastic bit at the bottom, and the exhaust tip is behind that. And when it comes to the visibility, it's pretty decent, I would say, because yeah, there's not much of a hindrance in terms of the visibility. And when it comes to the boot space, you can put 512 liters of luggage, and this boot space is actually pretty even and spread out, and then the boot opening is also quite big, and there's just a slight bit of lip, and there are these scruff plates out here. There's also a spare wheel mounted underneath the boot floor. The height of the boot itself is actually pretty low, so putting your luggage in and out is going to be fairly easy. And these seats are collapsible, but they don't collapse in certain ratio or anything. It's just like completely they just fall down, or you can just keep them up. But the rear seats actually don't fall down completely flat, but they are at an angle, so yeah, you are rather well off just using the standard boot space given in the back. Only for something longer objects you can fold down those seats and utilize that feature. Well, on the inside, the first thing that I want to start off is the seats. Like, these are super comfortable seats. I had to specially mention it because I mean they are so soft, and these are like black colored leather seats. So the interior that you get is an option of beige or black color. So this particular model has the black color interior, and then yeah, these seats are like super comfortable, and then they have this white stitching in them. But because these seats are soft, there is also a bit of side bolstering, so that during cornering you get that extra bit of support on the sides. These are also heated seats, and the driver side seat is 6-way electronically adjustable, while the passenger seat is 4-way adjustable, but there is no adjustment for the passenger side seat for the height. So that I found when I was sitting in the passenger seat, a little bit the seats were a little raised, so someone a little taller than 6 will find it a little bit tough to get the proper visibility and also the comfort. Now when it comes to the basic material quality inside, you get plastic dashboard out here. There's also the plastic bit on the door cards, and then there are some soft leather bits in between out here with the stitching, and then where your hand is going to rest on the door cards, that is again soft. At the bottom, plastic, and then this this speaker has this design which you saw in the front bumper. That same design is carried out here, and don't know what that design is. And then on the side there is again this on the center tunnel there is this plastic at the bottom, and then there is again leather. So wherever there are touch points, they made sure there is like leather covered soft touch plastic. Even out here on the dashboard there is leather, and then there is this plastic insert which is made to look like the brushed aluminum for the effects. So overall the quality of the material is pretty decent, I would say, because at essential places they've given soft material. So yeah, I am happy with that. And when it comes to the dashboard, you get two big dials on both the sides, and then there is a small TFT screen in the center which shows you different variety of information, like your trip information, the tire pressure, the speed, the fuel consumption, and the range and the battery voltage. And then there are finer settings to change your get to know about your service, your speeding threshold, and then if there is any messages from the car, that will be displayed on that screen. When it comes to the steering wheel, it's again a flat bottom steering wheel which is just tiltable, but there is no telescopic thing, just tiltable. And on your right side you will get the controls for your trip information which you see on your dashboard. You can control all of that, and also the communication control. And on the left side there are controls for your infotainment. And if you may be wondering where the cruise control is, it's actually mounted behind the steering wheel. The way to operate that is actually, it's a little bit of a tricky thing where you have to first pull it so that the cruise control is on. This car has the standard cruise control, so in order to set it, you have to flick it up and down. But the thing is, there are these two sticks on both the sides. One is for your normal turn signals and the headlights and all. I have always kind of got myself confused with both the sticks because they are so close to each other, and then once you drive, you're not aware like where these two are. And then I've accidentally always switched on the cruise control for some reason. So yeah, that gets a little used to as to where these positions of these stick are. The air conditioning control is actually kind of merged into this 10.1 inch infotainment screen that has been given. So in order to use the air conditioning controls, the basic buttons for switching on and off are given. Then there is this one button for your fan and the temperature, so you press that, and then this knob that you see in the center, with that you can adjust the fan speed and also the temperature. You can also go in from the infotainment screen and change that, like if you want the flow of air, the temperature, and the fan speed. So it's a single zone air conditioning system that you get on this car, and you can change everything from here, and also the heated seat option you can switch on from here. So it's a part touch screen and then part button operated. But then I find it a little bit confusing. There's also one way to figure out if which mode is on that dial. There's a ring given, LED ring, so that turns into white and orange. Orange when you are using the air conditioning control, and white when you are using the normal infotainment screen. Now when it comes to this infotainment screen, it's a 10.1 inch infotainment screen, and the fact that I like about it is the minimalism on the screen itself. So there are like 3 big widgets on your screen for your entertainment, your car, all the car settings on it, and then the air conditioning control. And then there is no scrolling or anything as such, so you just press those buttons and then just use the system. And at the bottom you would find the controls for your phone, picture setup, the finer setup, and also the 360-degree camera system, and the Apple CarPlay and the Android Auto. And then you can also switch the screen off from here. But the car menu actually has like very simple, easy to use controls. Like you can even change the sensitivity of the steering wheel from urban, normal to dynamic. All of that you can change from here. And then this dial out here, there's a button in between. You press that and you come to the main screen again. And there is no navigation, but in terms of the connectivity, what you get on this system is Bluetooth, USB, and you can connect it using the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So you can use the Google Maps from your phones itself. So in terms of the usability, this screen is very easy, but the only issue that I found is at night it tends to be a little brighter to my liking, and then this thing actually just kind of distracts you while driving. But I tried to lower the brightness, but the lowest that it would go was still brighter. than the usual that I am used to. In terms of the storage, you can put like 1 to 1.5 liter worth of bottle in the door cards, and then there is some more storage on the sides. There is more storage for your phones on the side, and there is also a nice and big glove box out here. There is more storage out here in the center to put your phones and wallet with this rubber lining at the bottom, and then there are these two cup holders. So those aren't the flexible cup holders, but just the normal one size cup holders that you get. But then the cup holders have two different sizes, so one is more shallow than the other one, and then again that also has the rubber lining. And then there is one more slot on the side. You can put your phones or maybe your key on the side slot like that, and then there is this armrest which also acts as a storage, so you can put like half a liter of bottle or even your wallets or anything. This handrest is fixed actually, so it's not slidable, so I found it a bit of a stretch when I am trying to rest my hand and using the gear lever. So yeah, you can see like there's quite a bit of gap in between. Now when it comes to the charging or the connectivity, there are two standard USB ports given out here in the front, and also 120 watt power socket, and there are two more standard USB ports given for the rear passenger. So on this MG5 you get 6 speaker music system, and also there is a standard sunroof, and the best part about it is it opens all the way till the back. So usually there is a dead pedal which has been given so that you can rest your legs during the longer journeys, but on this MG5 that dead pedal is actually quite raised. So as you can see from my leg position, it's a little curved, so during the longer journeys it might get a little uncomfortable because of this raised dead pedal. In the back you get the same soft and comfortable black colored leather seats. Wow, they are so comfortable. I may actually fall asleep in this one. And you get quite a bit of leg room out here, and also there is enough of headroom for even someone taller than 6 feet, and you can also slide your legs under the seat to get that extra bit of room for your legs during the longer journeys. And the door cards are again plastic door cards, and then they have this leather in between where you rest your hand, and there is a bit of a tunnel out here, like a small one but not big enough. So when you sit in the center, although the middle seat has a bit of a hump in it at the bottom and also in the back, so yeah, but it's comfortable. So yeah, the middle passenger can still sit comfortably, and also there is no handrest out here, but just as I mentioned, it's just a single one piece backrest, so that can also be folded down, but there are 3 headrests given out here. So this MG5 comes with a 1.5 liter 4-cylinder naturally aspirated petrol engine that produces 118 brake horsepower and 150 newton meters of torque, and this engine is mated to a CVT transmission. But the only real issue that I found is, let me slow down, and then when I start the car again, like say this is a situation where you're starting from the traffic, so you see it takes a little while to respond because the clutch plate on the torque converter takes a little while to engage and disengage, and that is why there's a bit of a lag from the system that you will find initially. But once it starts moving and then crosses that 20-30 km per hour speed, then it's a very smooth cruiser. The throttle also has a lot of travel before you actually get to start accelerating. So yeah, that's a bit of the tweaking that should be done to the throttle, but otherwise it's a pretty good combination. And because of the 1.5 and the CVT, you get an average of anywhere between 12 to 13 in the city, and from 13 to 14 and a half on the highways. Now the claimed is anywhere between 19, but yeah, I think the realistic figures are 13 to 14.5 on the long runs. And when it comes to the steering system, this is an electronic steering system on this MG5, and the steering is actually very good. I love the feedback from the steering. It's nice and hard, and also you can read the road surface from the steering wheel itself, and it's very pointy also. And also you can change the different settings for your sensitivity of the steering from the infotainment screen. And when it comes to the suspension, again, they are pretty alright. There is not much of a roll. It's a very planted and stable ride that you will see. Also at higher speeds above 120, it's pretty solid and maintains its calm. And when it comes to the brakes, yeah, the brakes, they tend to have a little bit of sponginess, and also there is an emergency stop signal system, but the problem is it comes after I have finished braking it and when I've started moving again. So that's when the emergency stop signal starts. So yeah, that's a bit of a delay. And also they like that last bit of biting point when you press it hard, so it still is like soft and just does not grip, although it's got all the 4 disc brakes on this one. Now when it comes to the NVH levels, because the MG5 is decently made, so there's no rattling or as such inside the cabin, but when it comes to the noise, there's a fair bit of noise that you will hear from the windows, the sunroof, and also the engine noise. Let me accelerate hard. Yeah, so while accelerating you will hear a lot of CVT grumbling noise, and also some tire noise. So yeah, that is something which needs to be accounted for. And when it comes to the safety systems, the MG5 is loaded with a lot of standard safety tech, like 2 front airbags for the driver and the passenger, 2 side airbags again for the driver and the passenger, 2 curtain airbags, 2 child isofix points on both the rear seats, and also there is tire pressure monitoring system, there is ABS, there is EBD, there is also a fabulous, I say fabulous, 360-degree camera system, because it is indeed a very nice output that you get from that 360-degree camera system. And you can also select different views, so there are 8 different views that you can select on that reversing camera, and then you can get your view, and then you get a 3D car also on your screen itself. And also when you're turning right or left, it will also show you that particular camera when you're turning, so like a lane watch that it will have. So yeah, and even the output from the camera is pretty smooth, and for the budget car that this is, it's a fabulous offering that they have given in terms of the 360-degree camera system. So in terms of the price, this MG5 is priced at, this particular model of MG5 is priced at 58,800 dirhams, and it starts from 42,000, which is the base model. Now in terms of the offering that it gives you, it's a subcompact sedan that gives you compact sort of features, and in fact even more features that you will find on the car. Like it's upgraded, it feels very high tech, it's advanced, even the build quality is good, and it's efficient enough, and also it's got a lot of space inside, so you can stuff every day, or you're using it for the family, then it's going to be a pretty easy to use and manage car. And then yeah, for that I think you should definitely go and check this car out. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe to my channel by clicking the icon out here, and make sure to keep the notifications on. And if you want to watch more videos, then you can click here. I shall see you in the next video. Bye bye and take care.